He's never going to forgive me for telling this story, and I know people don't believe it, but we went to a rave. It was Playa or something in Vegas, and we went with the head of Odyssey, Julian. We went with Dick, and we went with 80s Girl. And me and Julian are just wearing regular clothes, way too light, by the way, because it's super fucking cold in Las Vegas on New Year's Eve. Just spoiler alert. Anyway, I was way underdressed, but I didn't care. You know, it's like, okay, I've never been to a rave, you know, ecstasy's everywhere, you know, whatever. Okay. I swear to God on my life, and I won't put my children into this, I'll just keep myself here. They both had on matching cow outfits. I swear to God. I swear to God. And I didn't understand. I was like, I don't know if they were playing into maybe they were playing into the meme, to be fair.
No,
I don't know.
No, he doesn't do that.
No, they literally both had on matching cow outfits. I swear to God. Ask Julian. Like, I don't know if he'll tell you the truth or not, but I swear to God.
When was this? When was this?
This was like 2021, Vegas, right? the last day of the year, 2021. Yeah.
Crazy. That was probably like right after.
And you can look, I can probably find the event that it was at. Let's see, Playa 2021.
That's insane.
New. I should check my phone for pictures, by the way, but I didn't take pictures because I wasn't trying to embarrass him. That's the thing. Like, but he loves embarrassing me for some reason. Okay.
Just to be clear, at the time, you didn't know about the cow thing, right?
No, I didn't, because I never read any of that stuff. Jesse, that's what I tried to tell you at the beginning. It's like, I didn't read any of those files because it's like, it's my friend. I don't even care. Like, right. I didn't want to know. Okay. Like, it's like, whatever. Like, that's why I don't know all the lore. I don't know about the cats and all that stuff, because I just didn't read it on purpose. Because, like, I don't want to know that about my friends, right? Playa Playground. That's what it's called, actually. Playa Playground. And here is the link. December 15th, right here. This is it. This is what we went to.
December 15th.
Right here.
December 15th
well,
of 2021?
No, the day was actually later. It was New Year's Eve or whatever. But that's a article about it right there.
All right.
And it was terrible, except for the drugs. Those were good. But...
And I would like to get Jesse's opinion about this. It'll be the Ralph and Milo podcast. It will be.
You're giving me the lead name. Wow. Okay.
So you see, as my dear grandmother said, one of life's givers. Look, Jesse.
Yes.
What's your vision for a Ralph Milo podcast? Should it be the two of us chopping it up about the issues of the day? Should it be the two of us bullying an unsuspecting member of the public? Should it be the two of us presiding over a revivification of blood sports? What would you like to see from the Ralph Milo podcast? Because I'm soliciting format ideas.
We got to
like to see you.
Vito, are you Jesse? Or are we on PODAWFUL? Number one. All right. So Vito, number one. No veto. That's number one on the list.
Number one.
You know. I hate to interrupt you. I'm so sorry, Jesse, but that was, if you don't mind me saying, a given.
Okay. And number two, I think it's time to move away from the blood sports thing. I think blood sports is kind of over.
It's a little bit played out every once in a while, but like, you know,
it's fun here and there. No more blood sports.
I also find it sort of diminishes everybody involved to the point where the more successful you are, the more useless all your best guests become. You know, because they become such damaged figures, you know, by the end of it.
Yeah. What I would like to see is
beating the shit out of each other the whole time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
What if you can have one or two a year if it's a big match, right, or something like that? But even I've gotten tired of blood sports.
I'm looking for something that will last for.
Let me pitch something. I think I've got.
Just let me frame it for you. I mean, look, this is going to be a meeting of titanic proportions. I'm just referring to Ralph and my waistlines. This is going to be a meeting of colossi, and it's going to run for the full length of time that Ralph can stay sober. So an entire 3 weeks, and during those 3 weeks. I want a format that's predictable, that's relatable, that's enjoyable, that's predictable. Something we can do every week without it like taking over 3 days in a row. You know, something you just show up and just do.
I've got two pitches. I've got two pitches. All right, two pitches. Here we go. Pitch number one. Every episode of the show is Milo trying to do an intervention to keep Ralph sober, and Ralph doing an intervention to try to keep Milo straight. That's pitch number one.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
So two people who have a decade-long, intimate, professional and personal respect and affection for one another, both realizing the other one needs some help. And I think, if there's anything that I could teach Ralph, it's about avoiding career pitfalls. And if there's anything that Ralph can teach me, it's about success as a man and a father. So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Anyway.
Had to do it.
So give me the other format.
All right, the pitch number two, and this is all I got. All right. It's sort of a Milo versus Ralph kind of thing, where every week you guys come in with two problems that you think are like some of the biggest ones in the whole universe, right?
Okay.
And and the audience votes on which problem is the biggest one.
I do like audience participation, and so we have to persuade the audience that our thing is worse than the other one.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Fine. So if I come in and I say like, Juju the cow represents an existential threat to the Western civilization. It's whatever. Yeah. And all that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. Vito's just sitting there, just watching this cow get just rammed, not telling us, not admitting it on interviews. He knows everything but says nothing. And it's really the measure of the man, isn't it? It's the measure of the man. He knows. He knows the arcane secrets. He knows the law. He knows the deep, dark, mysterious secrets of Juju the cow. And he won't share any of them. He's like, oh, I've never seen the costume. Of course, yeah. We could just call it the biggest problem because it will so quickly eclipse what Vito's doing that it will then be the biggest problem podcast. You see, I mean, within a week, I want to see you like this for 3 months. And then
fine.
We will under Jesse's tutelage and with Jesse's tender guidance.
Jesse will be the producer.
He could certainly be a consulting. You know what? Let's give him executive producer credits. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Under your tender guidance and with your expert feedback, I feel
the tech setup. He's brilliant with the tech setup. Honestly, I'm always jealous of that.
The only thing would be the sort of interior design. I think we could probably work on. Just because I don't want to show that I don't want to show that looks as fruity as PODAWFUL.
Yeah, not that pink. Not X-Gate. No, not that's too much. Yeah.
But other than that, I do like this sort of. It's a sort of steampunk meets like Duke Nukem meets like. There's a lot going on.
Keep it focused on Ralph and the shit eating and the.
No. And I love the fan behind that sort of sometimes turns as though there was as though there was once.
Dare you to figure out how to do that.
Listen, there was once a plan, and now there isn't. And now it just has a life of its own. Now sometimes it moves, sometimes it does not.
It's just slow, and I would give you $1 million if you figured out how to make that happen. You couldn't do it.
Okay. We'll talk afterwards.
I promise you.
Ralph, you're going to the best rehab in the world, buddy.
I don't think I'll be returning to the biggest problem in the universe or the Dick Show, but I don't think that was going to happen anyway.
That would be
Dick banned me officially today.
Well, he blocked you. He blocked you on Twitter, right?
He blocked me, and then he banned me officially on the show. We can't have any more Ralph content. It's too entertaining than my comatose co-host. And I'm not even talking about Vito. I'm talking about this stiff Johnny, Jimmy, who the even Aaron Emholt with the cripple co-host. Literally, Aaron Emholt's crippled co-host is better. I'm not even kidding.
Not wheelchair Johnny. Not wheelchair
Jimmy, Johnny, whatever the his name is better than Dick's new co-host. I'm not kidding.
All right. Well, listen, I think it would be an extreme mistake, even long into the future, to ever go back on the Dick Show. That dude is using you and everybody who goes on his show. Like, do you have any plans to ever move back to America?
Yeah, I have a few. Probably. So, I don't know if you know where Rosarita Beach is at. It's like Tijuana, except not as crazy. So I've thought about moving there. I have thought about moving to SoCal, but man, it costs so much money to live there, and it's not really worth it, in my opinion. Now Tijuana, I've had that idea too, but I think that's a terrible mistake, and I'll probably end up dead.
And also not America.
Huh?
And also that's not America.
Yeah, well, that's not America. Yeah, I know. But like in that area, just so I can see my son, because I have rights to see my son more than I get to see him. It's a long ass trip to go.
I know it's gotta be so tough when you're not being, because I'm a father. I know it's gotta be so tough when you're not being able to see your son whenever you want, and all the different problems with that. Have you ever considered just trying to make it work and reconcile? Get the band back together and just.
I don't think that's likely, but I will say that
give her a call. Just give her a call and see.
No, I'm not allowed to do that.
Oh. Okay. Oh,
okay. But we do converse about his welfare, and we've been getting along great the last 6 months or so. And I have nothing but good things to say about her as of late. And I said it on Twitter. I think she's a great mother, and we've had a great relationship the last 6 months or so. And that's what I want going forward. Now, I have another situation that I absolutely cannot talk about that I hope that eventually turned into that type of situation too. So.
Right. What if you just worked at a Wendy's?
Well, that would suck, though.
Yeah, but that's like most people have to do something that sucks.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
Okay. My point is, with all of this stuff, you do this, you sort of vacillate with a lot of people back and forth on if you're on the same side or not. In fact, in our DMs, you almost sort of even say that. You're like, it's time to flip the script and, realign, make some new alliances and things like that. And we've talked about that sort of thing before. You've done it with Josh Moon. You've done it with, countless other people in the sector. I'm just wondering, like, is it impossible to do it with the Keno Casino boys? Because how crazy would that be? How crazy would it be a team up, Keno Casino, Ethan Ralph? I know they don't want to do it, by the way, and I know you don't want to do it. They won't do it. That's the crazy. All right, this is what makes me think of it. The craziest part to me is they would not do it. And to me, and again, I think you would do it.
I would do it.
And to me, I think that, like, when I hear that a guy won't do something as crazy as that, which would be like, it's content cucking. We were talking about it earlier. And
yes. And that's why I showed up, because I was like, man, I can't be a bitch like that.
Right.
Like, I have to show up. Yeah.
To me, it's a fear thing to not do something like that. And again, I like them. I'm not calling them out here, but I am saying, how do we make this happen? Because it would be insane for that to happen. And obviously,
just me and PvP on the same screen, that would be insane.
Wild.
And of course, I hate the son of a bitch, but that would make it even better, right? But yeah, I don't think they're interested in that. But there's not too many content opportunities that I turned down, really.